Hey VC, Crazy Jimmy here with you with another video. Today I'm going to be doing something a little different. I want to talk about one band. I'm going to do a band showcase of their full-length albums. And that band is the UK band Help Yourself. So some of you might be scratching your heads. Who the hell is Help Yourself? Well, let me tell you, they are a fantastic early 70s. When I say early 70s, their first album, which is this one here, the self-titled Help Yourself, is 1971. It's basically a five-piece, but really Ken Whaley and Morley are the main two members of the band, and I believe Morley was formed the band Man as well, the UK version. So, but this is Help Yourself we're talking about today, and I want to talk about their five albums, maybe six if you count Happy Days, which we'll get into. But let's start with this one here, 1971. This is on the Liberty label here. I believe this is a UK press. And this one here is very much a Americana, Laurel Canyon sound. Pretty much all the way through. Really cool artwork there. Laminated sleeve. This is a UK pressing of this album. And these are pretty hard to come by. This is probably the most valuable one out of their discography. And this one is also the most Americana or alt country, we'll call it. Has that Brinsley and Schwartz sound to it, especially early 70s Brinsley and Schwartz. A little CSNY in there, a little America. Definitely that Southern California vibe going on with Help Yourself's first album on Liberty. And I believe they actually toured with Brinsley and Schwartz as well. They were label mates on United Artists. This one happens to be on Liberty, but they were also the USA pressing was on United Artists, I believe. So, and then we get into their second and my favorite album from them, and this is called Strange Affair, right there. And I apologize for the glare, but this one's in the shrink. But I do want to pull this one out just to show you the rear. This is pretty cool. This is on United Artists, and it's got one of these hype stickers here, as you can see. And goes on to explain a few things. Here's what Rolling Stone wrote about this album. Help Yourself is uniformly delightful. Malcolm Morley sounds more like Neil Young than Neil Young does. If your ears are shaped like mine, you'll adore Help Yourself's shimmering, crystalline guitar sounds so reminiscent of the first Buffalo Springfield album, Against, which Help Yourself stacks up very well. So that's Rolling Stone. John Mendelsohn wrote that in 1972 when this was released. Also, Jeff Walker from Phonograph Record Magazine back in 1972. Help Yourself are the missing link in the saga of the Buffalo Springfield. Strange Affair is distinctly different, but still derived from the same source. With this, the band's second LP, first in the States. So I guess that first one wasn't released in the States. I thought it was. But Help Yourself has found its point of departure and is taking off. Buffalo Springfield really doesn't explain everything on this one. I actually hear more than that. I actually hear a little... there's definitely that Laurel Canyon sound, of course. But I also hear like a little Todd Rundgren in there, like early piano Todd Rundgren. And I actually, one of the tracks I led off this video with is from Strange Affair. It's the last one called Many Ways of Meeting, a piano ballad. So there's actually a lot going on in this album. There's also some pretty good psych, or it's more like a psych prog song, but probably leans closer to psych, called The All Electric Fur Trapper. It's about 9 minutes long, but not a single minute of it's boring. And it goes by so fast, and it's really fuzzy and very psych-like. So this one's probably their most pop psych, if you want to call it that, but also a good mix of Southern California here and a couple piano ballads mixed in for good measure. So don't sleep on Help Yourself, Strange Affair, 1972. The next one they put out is called Beware the Shadow, and there it is. Pretty cool cover. Really good cartoon scene on United Artists. Let's see what the back of this looks like. I think it's all the same, but this is the first pressing in the shrink on United. Another USA release. And again, this one here is very SoCal, Laurel Canyon, but kind of veers towards a little bit of psych and prog, and a little bit of AM Gold pop as well, more so than Strange Affair. So if that is, more your bag, and you like the prog psych leanings and that, with popping excursions as well, then this is a great album to have as well. I think they're all great. That's why I have them all. But Beware the Shadow is their third album. Discogs says it's 1972. I'll take their word for it. I thought it was 73, but we'll say 72. And then their second to last is here, Help Yourself, and this is called The Return of Ken Whaley. And this is actually one of the rare pressings that has a second album attached to it called the Happy Days album. Really love the cover on this. So this is one of those, I think Elton John did this for one of his albums, but it's got like a postcard or an envelope type tab there. And this is a double album. This is The Return of Ken Whaley, and then the Happy Days album is like the bonus album here, is my understanding. So, or it could be the other way around. I don't know. But this is 1973. This is starting to veer closer to AM Gold pop, with a little bit of psych in there. Very, very little prog leanings, but not much at all. You're going to have, your CSNY, your America, your Ambrosia, a little bit of Pink Floyd in there. Just a phenomenal double release here from 1973. And then, last but not least, their lost fifth album, and they named it 5. And one of the sample songs was off of this that I played at the beginning, called Romance in a Tin. And here's the back. And this was recorded in 1973, but then abandoned. And then the band came back to it in 2002 to complete it. So it's a 1973 album, but it was completed in 2002. Kind of like what the Beach Boys did with Smile. But it's a 1973 album. I mean, the music is from 1973. The songs are written back then as well. And, really a phenomenal album. Some pop psych here. Some, Americana, some Laurel Canyon, some AM Gold pop. I did, Romance in a Tin is very... It kind of prefaces indie rock before indie rock. Pretty cool stuff there. And then the final song, Dune Burgers, sounds like a Pink Floyd song fronted by Roger Waters. Just phenomenal. When I say Pink Floyd, I'm not talking about like newer Floyd. I'm talking about like 1972, 73 Floyd. So just runs the gamut. Phenomenal album. This was put out by Sugar Bush Records in the UK. So kudos to them for putting this out, because it was never released on vinyl until Sugarbush put it out a few years ago. Very hard to find in the States. When you do see one pop up, I suggest you grab it. Love that front cover artwork too. Doesn't really have much to do with the album, but it's pretty cool. But there you have it. Help yourself. One of my, one of my top fave UK bands that's doing that Laurel Canyon SoCal sound so well, mixing with like that AM Gold pop sound that I love. If you love some of the snippets I played, definitely want to check these albums out. I think if you like one of them, you'll like them all. So, go ahead and splurge. You can probably get all 5 of them for around a couple $100 when it's all said and done. So, if you like what you hear, please hit subscribe. Please hit the bell. Stay tuned for more content coming. I'm going to showcase more albums, more bands. I really keep promising I'm going to get into my 90s stuff and my post-punk stuff. So I got to do that at some point. Maybe some more Acid Archives coming as well. So thanks for watching. Crazy Jimmy is out.